All right. Okay. Hang on. Let me just let me do that. I should give you Strite's Skype if you don't already have it.
Okay, so I'm gonna start running down the builds here. We got Meow 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 running a Mortar Gat flamethrower mine setup. Very interesting. We saw BFS start running with those mines, and it's a very good zoning technique on this map. We'll see how they utilize that. We have the upside down going from left to right with mines. Gat, mortar in the middle, another Gat low, and flare. So a little bit of utility on either side and a lot of stripping. Not sacrificing too much on the TFD Metalloid. We have a Merc Cannon and Gat Mortar on either side. And last but not least, a shitty pointy thing with Gat Mortar and two Merc Cannons on the left.
Yes, I'm glad you brought up BFS and the mine launcher play because yes, last night, oh my God Almighty, was that fun? Uh, I was very disappointed there was no community chat last night because I didn't get a chance to talk about it, but now I do. As you can see, there are these very sort of thin corridors here in this map. And for an aggressive team, they'll be charging down those corridors at full speed, and there's very little space for them to dodge if you throw mines in front of their faces.
I
And
think that'll start motivating teams to, start engaging in the middle instead of edge of map, because if it keeps going to edge of map play, those mines will dominate.
I mean, well, I mean, like I said, I mean, basically last night when we used them against the Flying Dutchmen, that was pretty much the first time we've ever seen mines used extensively, or maybe at all in competitive play. So it's going to be interesting to see how the use of mines evolves and potentially unbalances the game, whatever. I
Yeah, man,
think
man, not getting spotted, but TFD just a little too low to see them. But
I,
they're just on either side of a cloud.
I tend to think that I tend to think mines are going to favour in the long term the defensive teams. I mean, well, for obvious reasons. But
Mhm.
would you disagree?
No, I agree with that. Depends on the map though, because you're not going to use mines on dunes at all.
Okay, well, I was expecting we'd have a lot more time to fill with sort of chatter, but the engagement's already started here. The hide and seek is over. The Metalloid is engaging or being engaged by the meow meow meow. Um, okay, the shooty pointy thing, that's thing, not thing, is coming up, giving some focus fire on the meow meow meow. Metalloid, I think, perhaps being a bit too aggressive here, getting focus fire down with the Mobula and the Pyramidion, taking a lot of damage, but amazingly managing to tank well until he died just then. Uh,
Shitty pointy thing, losing his own arcs, cruising right underneath the meow meow meow.
I
Very aggressive play to a fault at that point.
I'm not sure if it was a great. I think he might have realized the ally was dead and been trying to get out of there, but no, that's not going to happen. He's going to die here. Calling
Um,
it, calling it.
him before dead.
Yes.
I feel like the Metalloid used its Merc cannon way too long in that fight and should have been getting its Gap mortar arcs on way sooner. And also, they should have been focusing the Mobula so it doesn't have free reign to get three gunners off. Because that's two Gatlings and a mortar stripping you at that point. Actually, that's three Gatlings, two mortars stripping you at that point, and you're all sorts of dead.
Mm, indeed, yes. Oh, looks like, well, we've got some long range fire going down here. The two teams have already spotted each other. Looks like, these games may be out of the way quite quickly. Metalloid taking a bit of a bounce off that building there, looks like. Firing with his front Merc. One,
That front Merc not going to be doing a whole lot, let's be honest.
he's kind of just poking at them, basically.
Shitty Pointy Thing does have an opportunity to sneak up on them, but building now getting in the way. They got to watch out for the scrap. Meow, meow, meow. Just flying over that building. Shitty Pointy Thing should be turning. Just now starting to turn, getting its Merc fire on. But Metalloid is going to be isolated here, and all he has is two supporting mercs, depending on whether
Yeah, I'm
Dutchman
not
tries to engage.
sure what Metaloid was thinking there, just kind of aggroing them basically with his lone merc
Well, they're focusing
to
the
no
right target,
effect.
I feel. Shooty Pointy Thing finally has its fronts on, but it needs to get closer.
It might be too little too late, but Metaloid's doing good damage on the upside down here. I thought the Metaloid would be dead by now, getting focus fire. If the Metaloid can just zone out the fire, let the shooty pointy thing get some fire on the Mobula, maybe get a ram here.
Overwatch
Oh,
doing a
going.
really good job of avoiding arcs and flying right over top of that Pyramidion. Excellent play by him.
Well,
Meow 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 ramming himself, essentially.
Oh, yes, and completely screwing up his own arcs. Meow 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 could get shot down here by the shooty pointy thing. If they just hit with their shots, shooty pointy thing. That,
Upside down, dedicating way too much to gunning there, and it ended up dying.
yes, the Mobula is a tricky ship to engineer on, to say the very least.
Yes, it is.
Yep. To quote Papa Paradox. Oh boy, yes, it's the Mobula is not like the Junker, for example, where everyone can just rush to the middle and tag team the hull, or you can just jump down and tag team the hull, or the Galleon, where you can just go up and down and tag team the hull. The hull is on a separate wing of the ship. You have to if you're on the right side of the ship, you have to run all the way along, jump down, run around this sort of corridor to get the hull. You cannot get to the hull on short notice if you're on the other side of the ship, basically. Okay, two teams. Oh, golly, looks like the Dutchmen are charging in here in the Mobula. And why not? The Dutchmen, a pretty aggressive team, I think I could say, with some certainty. Yes, even though half of the team is not actually Dutchmen, but the captains are. So basically the crew, they're going to have to be playing like Dutchmen, whether they want to or not here. Upside down, taking a bit of a bump, taking a bit of sniper fire here, having to zone it out.
Managing to slink it behind that building, but a shot cruises in between
If the
those
Dutchmen are
guardrails.
smart here, they're going to focus Meow 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 while the upside down is evading.
But the shooty pointy thing turning to engage.
Metaloid, what are you
Meow
doing?
Meow's now flying past. I'm so confused. This engagement is all over the place. I don't even.
Upside down. I don't know what upside down's trying to do. I mean, it tried to zone out the fire, but I mean, I think that it's basically has allowed its ally to get into 2-on-1 situation. But Meow 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 managing to escape here. Oh dear, I think the Dutchman should have started focus firing on the Pyramidion a lot quicker there.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, but looks like Junker coming over here to try and cut off the Meow Meow's escape.
But he will probably just slink right underneath.
Well, we'll see.
He's gonna try to, but the Junker arcs will be on him.
Oh,
yeah.
No, he got him. He got him.
Oh, Mobula needs to get out of this fight. He needs to start running.
The Mobula's got enough cover here that he could escape, but he's going to have to hurry it up. Now, you see, the thing about the Mobula, I mean, it doesn't have particularly great speed. I mean, the advantage with the Mobula is its vertical movement. It has incredible vertical movement.
Especially when its balloon's dead and it's plummeting.
Well, I mean, the thing about this map is that if you just start rapidly moving up and down, there's so much shit to bump into and Velcro onto. But looks like, yes, the Mobula might have be escaping here. Can you just talk for a minute? I've got to talk to someone. Sorry.
Well, that blue team. I'm actually surprised this Mobula ended up getting away there. I'm surprised we didn't see blue team kerosening in to try and initiate. But red team ends up managing to regroup and will end up turning. But blue team seems to be focused on the Mobula until they lost arcs behind that building. Meow Meow Meow's going in. Mobula's just behind it. There's that dual gap fire. They got to be super careful. They're not focusing them, so the more the blue team focuses the Pyramidion, the better it is for the red team. Shooty Pointy Fang just running out of mortar fire when his Meow Meow Meow's hull armor went down. So not doing a whole hell of a lot, half damage, but now has 2 Gatlings tearing straight into its backside, and now that mortar is going to be raining in, going for the ram and the Mobula within an inch of life. Can the shooty pointy thing take out meow 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 before it dies? No, no, it cannot. Mortar's finishing up. The blue team getting an all kill there. Blue wiped in that fight. And now red team only needs 1 more kill. Huge divided spawn from blue team. We'll see if red team will choose to make anything out of it. See if any spots go down. Because at this point, red team doesn't know they're separated, but they could make a judgment call and try to advance based on a gamble, I guess you could say.
I'm not checking the stream. I'm watching the game. Hang on, let me have a look. Doopy-doopy-doo. Looks okay to me from a quick glance.
Are you running on 1080p? A lot of people can't handle that. All right. Maybe it's just their internet. I'm missing TI3 right now, and that makes me cry. Shitty pointy thing taking some gat, returning it to the meow meow meow, getting a little far ahead of that Mobula. We'll see what Metalloid does. He's going to end up focusing the meow 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 as well. Meow 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 is taking a lot of gat fire. Goes in for the round and gets the last kill before blue team can put him down. Excellent play from red team there. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes, very good play from red team, but I think the Flying Dutchmen and friends, shall we say, did a pretty good job considering that Kolkers actually forgot he was entering and just threw together whatever he could on short notice. Oh, see the Mobula just bouncing against the clock tower there. Oh, yes. Well, yes, that was a good game.
Where's map?
Okay, right. Now, more updates. This is now a single elimination tournament. So Haven are eliminated, and so are TFD.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, so this means that Overwatch will be facing the winner of Northern Air Fleet Gentlemen and the Falconeers. Yes. Well...
Am I remaking the lobby there, Urs? Yeah.
Well, yes. It seems to me like
actually quite annoying. Yes, Grim. What is it? Lovely. Oh,
Alrighty.
You're going to break our curse. Are we going to break our curse?
So we're doing 2 out of 3 matches.
Right. Yeah. I'll
Lovely, so we have to win this match. Okay guys, there'll be a game lobby called TFD versus OV.
time constraints. This is now a single elimination. Oh, we're back on.
And we're back. We got the lobby created, and we got TFD versus Overwatch. Game 2, series of 3, and Overwatch up a game, coming up 5-3 on TFD. TFD not, I feel at the very least, not focusing that Mobula quite enough. What do you think, Brick?
I would wholeheartedly agree, Papa Paradox. They let that Mobula go when they could have killed it, basically. That Mobula did make some incredible escapes there. Very, very good job. Props to Overwatch. Okay, well, the thing is, I'd have to say though, Overwatch, they've had a damn good performance, so far. Especially considering they only formed as a clan 2 days ago. I mean, I don't know how long. I mean, like I said, they're a group of friends. I don't know how long they've been playing GOE before they decided to formalize it, as a clan, as Overwatch. But tonight, I mean, the two teams they faced thus far, we're going to be seeing a lot of this in the Sunday Rumble, were two teams sort of basically thrown together quite literally at the last minute. So I'm imagining if the Falconeers get through, the Falconeers, I think they're going to be a complete team. They are going to be quite a challenge for Overwatch.
Yep.
But yes, the coalition of Northern Air Fleet, gents, they may win. I would say they're at a disadvantage, as these coalition teams always seem to be at a bit of a disadvantage because they might not have played together so much. But we'll see.
So one thing I wanted to jump in on here before I was rudely interrupted by a phone was you said that Overwatch doing surprisingly well for only forming 2 days ago, but there are some inherent things that you need to be good at. Be good at this game. For captains, it's like 3D spatial reasoning. You have to be very good at understanding where your ship is in the game and being able to fly accordingly, right? And team synergy is something that comes with practice, but it helps a lot if you know the people and you can communicate and you know how to. If it's already there, like they could have been playing other games as a team for a very long time, and it could have been a pretty seamless transition, and they know how to listen and operate well as a team.
That is a very, very good point, Papa Paradox. There are indeed plenty of skills that transfer over from other games into Guns of Icarus. I mean, if you're a big fan of flight simulators, well, like me, for example, I mean, I'm a addict of like Ace Combat series and other flight simulators, and I found that transition, quite well into flying in Guns of Icarus. If anything, it's easier because it's on the whole, it's a bit easier to fly an airship, a slow-moving airship, than it is to fly a bloody plane moving 100,000 miles an hour.
Yep.
But yes, it does carry over that sort of 3D spatial awareness kind of thing.
The worst is like when you're playing a flight sim and they're like, okay, now it's time to do a night landing on a carrier, and you're just like, nope.
No. Oh, well, that doesn't compare to this game called Deadly Skies 2. Basically, you have to fly a jet fighter under this tiny crack in an ice floe, except the ice floe is moving up and down.
All right.
And after playing that game, like pretty much no other flight simulator seemed hard for me. You have to fly down canyons at like 1,000 miles an hour. It's insane. Yeah. Oh,
that's where God. the most minuscule movements are amplified by how fast you're going. So if you even touch like slightly, you have to be
if you
super
graze
careful.
The side, well, yeah, like in real life, if you graze the side of a canyon in a jet fighter, yeah, you would spin out, blow up, you'd be dead. Horribly. But anyway, yes, getting back onto GOE, yes, those skills transfer over. Like, as in for gunners and gungeoneers, those kind of first-person shooter skills. Like my primary gungeoneer for quite a while, Scratch Moded, he was a big sort of first-person shooter fan. He participated in first-person shooter tournaments, that kind of thing. And he said, those kind of skills, they transfer over.
Lobby.
Those skills transfer over very easily, and in fact, he said it was even easier because, like, the guns in Guns of Icarus are a bit sort of bigger and slower, and the ships moved a bit slower, whereas in sort of first-person shooters, they kind of circle strafe and stuff.
Whenever you're ready. Okay.
But yeah, yes, Papa Paradox is interrupting me because he's trying to kind of start the game while I'm talking and filling up time space. But yeah,
I type to them, but then it's just like they won't see it.
but yeah, the only thing, the BFS, for example, I mean, team synergy. I mean, we weren't friends. We didn't know each other in real life to begin with. That's something that took a long time to work on. But OVW, I mean, they're apparently friends. I mean, I don't know how long they've been friends, how long they know each other, etc.
That's a big-ass group of friends. Like,
yeah.
People.
Yeah, I mean, they, well, it is a big-ass group of friends, but on the internets, it's quite easy to build up a big Steam list full of buddies that you play with. But again, I don't know if they've. I keep saying I don't know anything about Overwatch. I wish I could talk. Like pretty much every other team in Guns of Icarus right now, I'd be able to rattle off statistics and play styles and the captains and the crew, but I don't know anything about these guys. I apologize.
These guys are aggressively smart from what I've seen so far.
Well,
see
yeah,
if this translates to this map.
we could talk about the games that we've seen so far.
Okay, so let's riddle down the builds really quick.
Okay.
Gat Mortar on the Meow 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 with Flamer Mine Side, like that functionality. Going from left to right on the Mobula, upside down. Mine Launcher, Artemis, Mercury, Artemis, Flare, very interesting choice there. The Metalloids rocking Gat, or Carronade Mortar on the left side, Carronade Mortar on the right, and a Artemis front. So... whereas the blue team transitioned to long range, we have the red.
Oh, can I just say the red team kind of bumping into each other here quite early on. Yeah,
it's rocking Gat Mortar Merc sides.
It looks to me like they're getting blown about a bit by the wind. Yeah, this is I think that's I mean, as good as OVW might be, I mean, I'm assuming they're still fundamentally rather inexperienced. I mean, these are not hardened veterans, I don't think, by any stretch of the imagination. But again, I could be wrong. They might not be achievement whores, and their levels might be nothing. They might have been secretly practicing all this time, and I wouldn't have known. Oh yes,
we would come on the scene in the Sunday Rumble.
Damn you, Overwatch, for just appearing today, me not knowing anything about you.
I think they've had so far one of the strongest newbie showings, save like the Falconeers.
Oh yeah, well. Jesus Christ, the Falconeers, they came out of the gate at full speed. Falconeers in their debut match, their two debut matches, they defeated both the Valiant and Polaris 5-0 in their debut games. Now that is what you call a debut.
Yeah, some of these pro teams will end up getting a little bit cocky and not preparing as much as they would.
Oh,
and then it bites them right in the ass.
Yeah. Well, I know that feeling. I did not practice enough for 1.3. I know that we developed a build that we thought, been working really well for us, and I didn't take enough time to adjust it. I don't think. But it shall not happen again. As you can see, we've been coming up with some new stuff like the Mine Junker. So we've been going back to the drawing board and trying new things. But it looks like here it's a very, very long range engagement.
Well, the thing about the Metalloid is it's taking Carronade side, so they really...
the Carronade side? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, but yes, you're right.
Carronade Mortar.
Carronade Mortar, golly.
So whereas they transitioned to fit the cramped space of this map with Carronades the upside down really shifted to being long range, which is very strange to me. They traded in those Gats for Artemis cannons and traded the mortar for another piercing weapon, the Mercury cannon up in the middle. So we'll see how this works, because the only source of explosive damage at this point for the red team is the mortar on the Meow 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 and, mines. But I haven't seen a lot of utilization from the upside down on that yet.
Okay, I mean, since this appears to be a kind of a snipey thing, I mean, I just wanted to ask, because, I mean, it's relevant to what we're talking about here. I mean, is it better, do you think, for a competitive team in Guns of Icarus to just perfect one build, or is it better for them to sort of keep changing up the builds for every match, for every sort of different team they go against, that kind of thing? What would your opinion be?
I think it depends seriously on the players, right? Like, StarCraft 2 pros, do you build standard and perfect building standard, or do you change up to tilt your enemy?
Yeah.
It really depends on the player.
Yeah, well, I guess that's what like players become known for. That's what players become known for in StarCraft, for example. The little one, he's known for always changing up his play, trying something new and crazy every time.
Mm.
Well, like someone like Idra, for example, just like macro, macro, macro.
Yep.
And if you rush me, then I'll rage. But yeah, I mean, sort of Guns of Icarus teams, they're starting to sort of form identities with like regards to that as well. I mean, like the paddling. I mean, they've basically had one build since the start of the game, and it's worked very well for them. And you'll see sort of other teams that sort of always changing it up. Zill, I would say,
Yeah.
the Merry Men, definitely example. Maybe Zill is the little one of this game, just that the guy who everybody loves, because he's always changing things up, always trying something new. Oh, we've got an engagement here. Meow 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 coming in on the shooty pointy thing. Oh, this is just a straight up fight here. But the meow 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 gliding past. Oh dear, that was probably a mistake, because the TFD is now going to have Metalloid's going to have advantage, and the meow 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 is blending him down. He's raiding down the mortars. Upside Down's coming in, but he's way behind.
A lot of the armor gone on Shooty Pointy Finger, raining in that Merc. A lot of damage being done. That Artemis managing to do quite a bit. Meow Meow Meow's just trying to avoid the Metalloid's arcs, and he's doing a very good job. Oh, he's going to be coming into it. There goes that Carronade, and boom!
Oh,
that Merc,
it's a double kill.
Will be able to survive here. Or is he trying to turn tail and run? That looks like what he's doing.
Metalloid might have a slight advantage here.
Yeah, there goes his balloon. He's going to be eating scrap in a minute here. He went to run, but the Carronade mortar from the Metalloid.
Well, Papa Paradox, I wouldn't count your chickens before they hatch.
There's 3, damn it.
Okay. Right. Yes, because the Mobula sort of went underneath the Metalloid long enough to zone him out, let his ally come back in, and if the Mobula turns up around and rises up, which the Mobula is very good at doing, they could get some focus fire on the Metalloid here, and they could kill him. But the Metalloid, it looks like it's going right past, trying to get out of this 2-on-1 situation.
Armor being vaguely stripped, but he's out of range of that Gat by just a hair. Upside Down's not doing a whole lot. Their balloon is still down. I feel like that Carronade's still running in, just trying to keep them out of the fight. We might see a target change. There's Meow Meow Meow's balloon's hurting pretty bad, trying to Phoenix Skull and keep his arcs on.
This is a good job of the Metalloid sort of avoiding a 2-on-1 situation here, because that is not what they want to be in. But it may be only a matter of time, but it might not even matter, because boom. Looks like Meow 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 can kill him on their own.
That balloon down. If he got that balloon, does Meow 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 have Drogue Shoot? No, they do not. If he got that balloon down, I think that would have ended up way different.
It looked like the Pyramidion was just holding back that entire time. Like, basically, Colcurse must have just been telling him, like, don't save me, I'm basically dead. And that's what ended up happening.
One Carronade burst from getting that balloon down. That was a really close engagement.
Yeah.
I feel like if the Shooty Pony thing ended up rushing in there and he got a Carronade burst off, that could have been going very differently.
I would agree. Okay. Things have hostilities have died down now. We are at 2-1. Still approaching the mid game.
Both teams trying to figure something out.
If you think we could sort of, again, since there's no activity, do you think, how analogous would you say, I mean, again, StarCraft, for example, Dota, other competitive games, how analogous are they to Guns of Icarus? Does Guns of Icarus have an early, mid, and late game? Does it have a rhythm like that? Or would you say it's basically all the same? You know, you can't compare the two.
I would say the speed, like a late game, would be like 4-0, and the team that's down 4 kills is really slowing down, trying to figure something out. Like, that would be the best translation. I think the further you're in it, the more you're down kills, the more the game's going to slow down because one team is trying to play really carefully and figure out the other team.
Does it slow down or does it speed up because one team starts to panic because they're so far behind? They start making mistakes.
That really depends on the team.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah.
I mean, how long they've been in competition, whether they can stay composed. But the Meow 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 is coming in here, feeding Gap Mortar to the shooty pointy thing. Metalloid's a little bit behind, going to be turning those arcs on upside down.
Upside down's far behind, Papa Paradox. Upside down's miles away.
No, but he does have arcs on the shooty pointy thing,
Oh,
so
you're right.
it could go all right.
Upside down's come around.
Ooh,
Oh!
beautiful. Meow 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 needs to start reversing, try and get under the Metalloid, break those arcs. Upside down is back in this fight to help his teammates, see if he can do anything with those arcs. Hopefully he doesn't lose his balloon. His balloon's at just under half health. Needs to take out that carronade. One of the guns on the Metalloid is down. And there goes his carronades. Oh, beautiful play that Artemis and Merc just disabling those weapons. This is a beautiful build from the Upside Down.
I thought that Meow 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 was dead for sure when he was charging in there, getting focus fired by the Junker and the Pyramidion. But no, the Mobula came in just in time. And now TFD, they're in serious trouble. I don't know if that...
Mortar, Raining in Mortar, just staying alive. Balloon is down. I don't know how he's keeping this altitude while he lost his balloon there. Not even using drogue shoot. Ooh, this is a weird ram.
It is a weird ram, a Junker Mobula ram. Oh,
Shoot
no!
pointy thing.
Oh, shooty pointy thing!
Eat grind.
Well, I don't know. Though shooty pointy thing, I think he's starting to have doubts, but no, he's realised he's in it in for a penny, in for a pound. If I'm in here, I may as well try and kill the Mobula, which he may be able to do if he's quick.
Try and kerosene your ass out of there. Run.
It's too late for that. Too late for that, Papa. He's got to go for it now.
Well, yeah, now, but I was talking about when he was in a
Well, yeah.
And like, ugh.
Oh, dear.
That's all you get from me, and ugh, that's what that lasts.
We'll try not to be too disgusted. Another win here, another 2-0 shutout here from Overwatch.